new project from the Projects window. You can run the Create New Project wizard. You can copy an existing project and then edit it. Or you can import a project that was created from another Primavera database or from another software program. This includes programs like P3, SureTrak, Microsoft Project, or Elecosoft Powerproject. Primavera P6 Enterprise Project Portfolio Management version 8 Web introduced project templates and removed Methodology Manager. The templates in the EPPM web client are not available in the PPM Windows Client, but a project made from an EPPM template can still be used. To create a blank project, go to File, then New, or click the icon on the Edit toolbar. The wizard will ask for important information. First, choose the EPS node where the project belongs. Then give the project a project ID, which can have up to 20 characters, and a project name. Next, set a planned start date. This is the earliest date any activity not started will begin. You can also set an optional must finish by date. When you set this date, the project float is calculated to this date, not to the latest activity finish. Always check the start time. It is even more important to check the finish time. It often defaults to midnight, which gives you one less day than planned. Then select a responsible manager from the OBS structure. If the OBS is not defined, you can choose Enterprise. Finally, choose a resource rate type. Each resource can have 5 different rates. This is where you pick the default rate, but you can change it later after assigning the resource. It is common practice to copy and paste projects. This keeps a copy at a specific point in time, usually after each update. When copying, use the defaults for renumbering the project ID. To copy a project in the Projects window, highlight the project or EPS node you want to copy. Press Edit, Copy, or Ctrl+C. Then highlight the EPS node where you want the new project and press Edit, Paste, or Ctrl+V. The first Copy Project Options form appears. Choose which project data items to copy, then click Next. The second form, Copy WBS Options, lets you choose WBS data items. After making your selection, click Next. The third form, Copy Activity Options, lets you choose activity data items. After that, click Next. Open and edit the new project. The copied projects and EPS nodes get a new ID with a sequential number added. You can also copy an EPS node and paste it to another location. This copies the projects and adds another EPS node. Version 15.2 lets you copy projects as a job service. You can continue working while projects copy. After P6 notifies you that the process is complete, press F5 to refresh and see the new project. Different versions of Primavera use different databases like Oracle or Microsoft. Primavera only works with the database it was installed with. It cannot open a standalone project file and does not supply a reader. All project data must be imported into a database before opening. You might need to import a project created in another program. Primavera has tools for this. There are several Primavera file types you should know. Xer is used to exchange projects between databases. It exports all project data. Earlier Xer files can be imported into later versions. Layout is not part of an Xer file. Baselines are not exported with Xer. The web tool does not use Xer. PLFs for exchanging layouts. In version 15.1, PLF files can be imported into Visualizer. ANP saves activity positions and activity network. ERP exchanges reports. XML was introduced with version 6. It imports data from Project Manager. This is different from a Microsoft Project XML file. Version 15.1 added import and export of baselines and activity layouts. PCF exchanges global changes. VLF is a Visualizer layout file for sharing layouts. For non-Primavera files, select File, Import to open a wizard. Microsoft Project files have formats for 2019, 2007, and 2000-2003. Earlier Primavera versions cannot import MPP files when Microsoft Project 2007 or later is installed. They disable the import function. Import and export of MPP files is no longer supported for current versions. Primavera also imports and exports MPX format from Microsoft Project 98 and earlier. MPX does not support task calendars. Microsoft Project XML format is supported from version 6.2. This allows import without installing Microsoft Project. The file must be saved in XML format from Microsoft Project. Both P6 and MSB XML files have the same extension, so it is a good idea to include P6 or MSB in the file name to tell them apart. For P3 and SureTrak files, save SureTrak projects in concentric format before importing. To import P3 files, you need Btrive loaded on your PC. Btrive comes with P3. A demo version of P3 can load Btrive. However, P3 may not work on newer operating systems like Windows 7. The author uses a Windows XE virtual machine with older software to convert files to Xer. UNCEFACT XML format is supported from version 8.3. Many US government agencies require this format. Excel import and export is available from version 5. It is best to export sample data first, update it, and then import. Before importing any project, read the administrator guide carefully. Importing is complex and may bring unwanted data. It is recommended to use a separate test database for imports. This keeps your main database clean. To review or change basic project or EPS information, open the project details form at the bottom of the screen. Highlight a project or EPS node. The project must be open to edit some data. You also need the right access rights. Select View, Show on bottom details, and click the General tab. The project leveling priority is used to reduce peaks in resource needs. A value of 1 is highest priority, 100 is lowest. Check out status shows if the project is checked in or out. This was new in version 4.1. Checked out by and date checked out show who has it and when. At this point, your project has probably not started. Set the start date in the future using the Plan Start field. Go to the Projects window, Details Form, Dates tab. Highlight your new project, select View, Show on bottom details, and click the Dates tab. Under Scheduled Dates, the Plan Start is the date before which no activity will start. The Must Finish by date is optional. When set, it calculates the late finish and total float. The finish date is calculated from the last activity. The data date is used when updating. All incomplete work is scheduled after this date. The actual start date comes from the earliest started activity. The actual finish date comes from the latest completed activity when all are done. For anticipated dates, you can set anticipated start and anticipated finish before creating WBS and activities. At the EPS level, these dates are used in columns and bars when there are no activities. After activities are created, these dates remain only as a historical record. They are not displayed elsewhere. Anticipated dates can also be assigned to WBS nodes in the WBS window.